The act of becoming a millionaire is not accidental. It is totally based on an intelligent design. The big question you must ask yourself is, do you know the tools, processes, and systems that millionaires are using to manifest their dreams and hopes and aspiration? Stay with me throughout this program, and I will give you a blueprint that can position you to become a millionaire. And also, I want you to stay until the end of this program. I have some goodies and some giveaways just for you. I want to begin by looking at the fact that we have millions of people across the world who try every year to position themselves to come into financial greatness. But in spite of how hard you work the angles, the strategies, the processes to become financially independent, the odds seems to be against you. But what we have learned is that there are 5 steps that millionaires are using to position themselves for financial greatness. And over the next few days, I will share with you those 5 steps. Today, we will look at step 1. And I also want to encourage you to go to my YouTube channel and become a member. And by becoming a member, you're going to have a lot of inside information and inside support of what millionaires are doing to become successful. Now, step 1 begins by recognizing that millionaires, they are in that position of strength or put themselves in the position of strength to solve big problems, to fix big problems. So, this is the first concept that you want to ensure that you are comfortable with. Do you have the ability or what it takes to fix big problems? Do you have the ability to solve big problems? This is foundation to positioning yourself to become a millionaire. Now, to do this, you know what? It requires you to believe in yourself. But just before I go into believing in yourself, what are some of the big problems that you can fix? We have millions of businesses that get started every year, and many of those businesses fail because they are unable to access capital. Perhaps the big problem that you can solve is to position yourself to be able to provide capital to many millions of businesses. And do you know the right programs that you can perhaps study that will put you in a position of strength to solve big problems? I'm happy to say to you that we have a very unique platform of learning that we call the BFC, where you are now trained to become a business finance consultant so you can get out there and fix big problems and position yourself to become like the rich and the famous. All right. So you need to get into that mindset of being able to fix big problems. And we know that millions of businesses are failing. You can help to reduce the failure rate of those businesses by helping them to get the growth capital that they need, the startup capital that they need to move their business to the next level. So you want to be a big thinker. What else can you do to position yourself to be a big thinker? You can help businesses, business leaders access new and global market. Now, for businesses to be successful, they need market access. For businesses to grow and expand, they need to have global markets. What if you develop a skill set in alignment with the dreams and hopes and aspiration of these businesses? Can you fix the big problems? Do you have what it takes to rise to that occasion to be able to fix big problems? Now, there are many things that you can do to position yourself to build an MVO, a minimum viable offer, a most viable offer that can fix big challenges that millions of people are going through. Another things that you can do, you can help fix the US housing problem. Today, in 2024, the US has a major housing crisis. The demand for housing is much higher than the supply. So we have an undersupply of about 4 million houses that is needed today. Can you fix this big problem? Now, if you're able to rise to this occasion to fix these type of problems, it's going to put you in a position of strength to become wealthy. All right. Another big challenge that you can look at, you can help bridge the poverty gap. We have poverty across the world, and we have many persons with first degree, second degree, and master's degree that are still working paycheck to paycheck. Do you have what it takes to fix a big problem? Because millionaires, they fix big problems. So this is one of the habits that you want to learn, apply, and master every day in your life. Now, to rise to this occasion to be able to fix those problems that we have talked about, you have to be right with yourself. Your belief in self must be strong or stronger than steel. You see, there are many persons that wants to be successful. You believe that you were born entitled to achieve greatness. But guess what? You don't believe in yourself. So you need to have that belief in yourself. And there's a process to get there. You know, to build upwards, to build up, you need to have, and I'm going to emphasize this, you need steel to build upwards. The steel needs to come from within. Your mindset needs to be right. Your preparedness needs to be right. You must have the mental muscle to fight against all negative thoughts and forces designed to stagnate your progress. Do you have what it takes? It's not enough to say, I want to be great, I want to be wealthy, I want to be successful, but then you don't have the belief in yourself. You don't have the mental muscle to fight against negative thoughts or external forces that may come to stagnate and undermine you from attaining the level of success that you have or you want to attain. All right. So this is important for you to consider. To become a millionaire, you need to have the right habits. And the right habits now is it begins with you. Is how much time are you putting into nurturing the right habits? Now, I'm saying all of this because people never rise or never grow beyond their sense of self. All right, I repeat, people never rise and never grow beyond their sense of self. So you may want to be wealthy, but then your sense of self is saying something else to you. You cannot grow beyond your sense of self. And this is why believing in yourself is so important. Millionaires, they believe in themselves. They believe in a concept. They believe in a way of doing things. So if you want to master this, you have to master what millionaires would have mastered. And foundation to becoming successful is to believe in yourself. Now, your sense of self will hold you back. So you need to ask yourself, is your sense of self right now, is it holding you back? And why so? Your sense of self can also keep you stagnant. What is that thought process that you're having? Are you having empowering thoughts, or are you having self-defeating thoughts or self-sabotaging thoughts? You want to do this diagnostic because your very thought, because of your belief in your sense of self, can hold you back, can keep you stagnant. But your sense of self can also push you forward. And that is the sense of self that you need. All right. You need to perhaps, if you're having all the negativity that is playing out in your mind, you need to quickly figure out how to cut it off, how to detach yourself, how to reprogram your way of thinking. All right. M- Billions of people will die poor because of their sense of self. And that is sad. Billions of people who have great potential to achieve greatness will die poor because of their sense of self. You have to change that. You have to correct that. And this is billions of people, millions of people who have their first degree, their second degree, possibly their doctorate, that will die poor because of your sense of self. You have to detox from a negative sense of self. Do whatever it takes to detox. Detoxing means that you may have to change your environment. You may have to change the people you're associating with. You may have to change the language in your head. You have to detox whatever it takes. You need to detox. All right. Millionaires were poor. The Rockefellers, I mean, they were poor. The Vanderbilts, they were poor, but they had to go through this mindset makeover. They had to detox to now become what they have become and leave in that rich history for people to talk about, not only in the United States of America, but across the world. You too may have to go through that detoxing of mind, that reprogramming of mind, that refocusing of your energy to now master millionaire habits. You need to detox some a negative sense of purpose. As you set yourself up to go through life, you want to be purpose driven. You see, as you bring yourself to that point to believe in yourself, to master who you are, you want to be purpose driven. Your purpose may be to become that big thinker, fixing big problems that millions of people are faced with. You need to detox from a negative sense of direction. You need to have that strong sense of direction and keep pushing forward. Now, I'm going to give you a couple of solutions, some things that you can do to position yourself to come into greatness. You need to course correct with a positive sense of self. If you want to become a millionaire, if you want to master millionaire habits, you need to course correct with a positive sense of self. But I want to talk just briefly about the sense of self. And sometimes your sense of self is what is holding you back all the time. I already established that. There's a concept that we call the self image theory. And what you want to do is to bring yourself to that point to be able to master the self image theory. Now, the self image theory speaks about four selves. You have the ideal self, the looking glass self, the self image, the real self. Which one is you? Which one embodies you? The one that I want to talk about briefly here today is the real self. You want to master your real self. And the real self says to you, it doesn't matter where you were born, it doesn't matter where you are in life. The real self says to you that you have the ability to take your life into your hand, to mold it and shape it, and become the author of greatness. Is this your sense of self? If not, this is the type of self that you need when you want to master millionaire habits. As I established early on, a lot of the great minds and the wealthy people that we have in the world, they didn't born millionaire. but they were able to learn and master a certain way of thinking. They were able to learn and master a certain sense of self. They were able to master themselves. And in the process, they recognized that they need to become the author and the maker of their own destiny. What is your sense of self saying to you? Are you still sitting waiting for handout? Or are you being the proactive leader that is able to take informed action to achieve desired results in your life? Millionaire habits, you see, when you believe in yourself, you become proactive. And proactive leaders, they think ahead, they see beyond problems, and they take informed action to achieve a desired end results. You see, when you become your real self and you start to flow in your essence, the essence of your elegance, all of this begins to manifest in your life. And if you don't know how to get to this point, get a mentor, get a coach. This is why we are doing these programs for you. You can become a member on my YouTube channel, and I want to show you that we're going to spend time with you to mentor you, to coach you, and to provide you with that supportive community to ensure that you get the support that you need to realize the richness in your potential. All right. Now, I want to walk you through a couple of things because I want from today moving forward that you take ownership. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of things here. One, take ownership of your dreams, your hopes, and your aspiration. I really want you to say to yourself, today moving forward, I am the author, I am the maker, and I'm the shaper of my destiny. If you want to become successful, when you want to become successful, it begins with you believing in yourself and you saying to yourself, I will take ownership for my actions and my inactions. You have to take ownership, all right, of your dreams and your hopes and your aspiration. You want to bring yourself to this point to take ownership. So, whoever you might have given control to your life, you want to take it back and recognize that you have one life to live. Your life is precious, your life is unique, and you owe it to yourself in 2024 to say to yourself, I want to be the master builder. I want to be the master architect. I want to be the master sculptor who is going to design my life in the image of my liking. And that is to become a successful person financially. You have the ability to do this. Now, if you don't know how, again, this is why we are doing these programs to ensure that you get the information. So you're stepping away from self sabotaging thoughts and you're embracing the richness of your potential and you're activating that unique way of thinking that really helps you to achieve your rich potential. Develop your real self and your personal life master plan. So, as you begin to take ownership over your life, you want to bring yourself to this point where you're developing your real life master plan. You're developing your personal life master plan. You see, you want to document it. You want to build out your executive summary. You want to know what is it that you want to achieve, why, and how to achieve it. You want to bring yourself to have that master plan. This is going to significantly help you to course correct with a positive sense of self. Now, let me talk to you about course correcting with a positive sense of purpose. Position yourself to serve from purpose. You want to position yourself to serve from purpose. To serve from purpose, you must be able to add value and fix problems. And I give you a list of them at the beginning of this program. That is being purpose driven. All right. You can help America to build more houses. They need 4 million right now. That is purpose driven. You can help businesses to go global and cash flow optimize. That is purpose driven. So to serve from purpose, you must be able to add value and you must be able to fix problems. But let me go up just a little bit. Position yourself to serve from purpose. To serve from purpose, you need to understand people. To serve from purpose, you need to understand people. You see, when you understand people, you begin to understand what are their needs and their wants and their expectations. You understand their pain points. And by understanding their pain points, you can now fulfill purpose by adding value and fixing problems. So there's a stage here that you need to understand. All right. We have covered a number of stages. You want to position yourself to serve from purpose. To serve from purpose, you must understand people. To fulfill purpose, you must add value and you must be able to fix problems above and beyond the expectation of people. And millionaires do this all the time. You see, with computers and with phones and with a range of different things, with housing and with fast moving consumer goods, they are fixing people problem. And in many cases, they're adding value above and beyond people's expectations. You see, when you buy a house and that house make you feel as though this is my dream home, you're feeling that way largely based on the fact that these great thinkers, they understand your needs and wants and expectation, and they're innovating a product or service that reaches that expectations. If you want to become a millionaire, if you want to master millionaire habits, these are things that you want to become accustomed to. So let's talk now about course correcting with a positive sense of direction. You want to identify how to fix big problems and serve people in meaningful ways. And I talk about this already, and I want to emphasize this. I want to reinforce this statement. The facts are showing that 20.8% of business startups fail in the first year. The facts are also showing that 40% fail by the second year. The facts are also showing that 49.9% of business startups fail by the third year. What if your belief in yourself helps you to develop a game plan that can fix these big problems? You can help people start, scale, and take their business global. All right? You can help businesses to start and scale and go global. So, because of your expertise, your ability to fix big problems, you're now helping these businesses to get a fighting chance to be successful. Do you see yourself in this light? Do you believe in yourself? Can you fix big problems? It is your ability to fix problems, that is big problems, that is going to position you to win financially. All right? You can help people access capital to grow their brand. And guess what? We can help you. If you want to position yourself to master millionaire habits, we have a very unique program that we call BFC, where we train you to become a business finance consultant. So think about this. Let us just suppose you are being paid 1% of your sales, and you're going to be paid much more than this. What if you can learn a trade, a skill set that is allowing you to be paid 1% per deal? but the deal is big deals. So let us suppose that you are able to identify consumers, business leaders that needs $100 million and above to move their vision forward. So you're the expert who are providing them with that capital and you're being paid 1%. That means that every big business deal that you close at $100 million, you walk away with $1 million. Is it possible? Yes, it is. But you got to start training your mind to become a big thinker. You have to position yourself to become a big thinker. But are you comfortable with 1% on $100 million? What if you also say to yourself that you want to close 100 deals annually? What does that translate into financially? It translates into the fact that you can earn $100 million annually just by believing in yourself, just by becoming a big thinker, just by understanding businesses' needs and rising to that occasion to fix big problems, to solve big problems. You can position yourself to become a millionaire. But again, it begins with you believing in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, it's not going to happen. Businesses fail because of access to capital. Businesses fail because of limited market intelligence. Businesses fail because of inadequate and improper human resource to manage the organization. Businesses fail because leaders are micromanaging. What if you have the skill sets to master these skill sets? And your skill set, you helping businesses to solve a big problem. You can make massive amount of money here. All right. You can make a massive amount of money. You can help business leaders with data analytics and market intelligence. That is fixing a big problem. You see, big businesses, they like data because data tells you who is your ideal client. Data tells you how to access your ideal clients. Data tells you the ability and the willingness of your ideal clients to invest in your products and services. Data. The more data you have, the more you are better positioned to cash flow optimize and win in business. You see, if you don't have data, it's just like if you're doing that business with that blindfold over your eyes. And that is why we have so many rising stars in business that are failing. You can become the expert who believe in yourself. All right. You can become the expert that understand market needs. You can become the expert that is able to supply the market with capital and market intelligence to position those businesses to be successful, more successful. What if? Do you believe in yourself enough? You see, it's not enough to say that I want to be wealthy, I want to be successful, I want to be a millionaire, I want to master millionaire habits. This is just step one of millionaire habits. It begins with you. It begins with you. But you need to position yourself to become a real estate investor. What if? I'm giving you some of the solutions now. You want to position yourself to become a real estate investor. The United States of America currently has a 4 million housing shortage. I'm going to keep emphasizing this because I'm trusting at least one person's going to get up and go and say, hey, I'm going to get the knowledge that is necessary to take action. Better yet, inform action to help businesses to get started and scale in the right way. All right. To help in the home building process. It is your ability to solve these big problems that can position you to win. The ability to supply 1% of this market can make you an instant millionaire. But the big question, do you believe in yourself? All right. Are you trained to be a big thinker? Because if you're thinking small, it's small thinking that is keeping you in your comfort zone. It is small thinking that is keeping you exactly where you are. And that's the reason why so many smart people, bright people, intelligent people will die poor, because you don't believe in yourself, because you're flowing in fear, you're operating in fear, and you're not bringing yourself to that point where you're empowering yourself to take ownership over your dreams, your hopes, and your aspirations. You owe it to yourself to bring yourself to this point, to invest in yourself, to master who you are. You have one life to live, and you want to be certain that today is that day that you're making that decision, that you're going to pour as much into yourself so you can become a genius in your lifetime. All right? You can become a genius in your lifetime. Position yourself to become a sales communication professional. These are things that you can do for yourself. Now, every single business, the success of every single business depends on working with sales communication professionals. All right. If you have a business and that business is not visible, if that business doesn't reach its ideal client, if that business doesn't make impact, if that business is not able to client convert, that business does not get to cash flow optimize. And if that business does not get to cash flow optimize, what happens? Another reason why so many businesses are failing, because you don't have the right sales communication professional on your side. Wealthy people understand the power of sales. Wealthy people invest in having the best sales team, because they know there's where they're going to get visibility, reach, and impact, and client conversion. There's where they know they're going to build confidence, trust, and credibility in the eyes of people. So when you believe in yourself and you're able to adopt these skill sets, major things begin to happen in your life. All right. This is step one. Step one begin with you. All right. Today we are looking at 5 steps millionaire habits. 5-step millionaire habits. Today we're only looking at step one. And step one begins with you. All right. To become a sales communication professional, you become a greater asset not only to yourself, but everyone else. Sales communication professionals can make or break any business. Any business. The right sales communication professional, they understand what is the pull factors of sales, what is the push factors of sales. They understand how to research the market. They understand what is demographic data, psychographic data, and geographic data. They understand these things because it makes sense to understand this. Because when you want to move a business forward, the business is not about you, but it's about your ability to deliver value above and beyond the expectations of the ideal client. But to understand if you're really reaching the expectation of the ideal client, you need to understand the ideal client. And that's why research is so important. Becoming a sales communication professional enables you to understand all of this. Position yourself to become a debt mitigation specialist. Now, I'm giving you some of the practical tools. I'm giving you some of the solutions. You want to position yourself for financial greatness. Are you able to fix problems, big solutions? Do you believe in yourself enough to rise to the occasion to do this? The last concept that I'm going to talk about here is that you need to position yourself to become a debt mitigation specialist. Why? Because billions of dollars, trillions of dollars is invested every year in debt. So when you hear someone is going to buy a mortgage, can you talk to them about mortgage debt reduction or cancellation? Can you speak to them about this? This is a big problem because people are investing millions, hundreds of millions of dollars annually in real estate portfolio. They're taking massive amount of debt. But let us take, for example, one of your clients. They are investing $100 million to acquire a real estate portfolio, and that is debt capital. Over the debt life cycle, they're going to be paying back perhaps $250 million on that debt portfolio. You see, when you understand debt mitigation tools, you're able to reduce the cost of capital. So when you say to an investor that you're able to reduce their cost of capital by 50%, so you're helping them to save $75 million on this debt portfolio, do you think that you have their attention? Yes, you do. So when you position yourself now to become a debt mitigation specialist, you understand this because this is where the big boys play. All right. And when you can fix and solve these big problems, you're better positioned to win. So you help one client to save $75 million on their debt portfolios. You walk away with 5%. Guess what? That is actually $4 million that you're walking away with from one deal, because of your expertise. But you got to believe in yourself. Perhaps you have to detox from some of the old ways of thinking. You need the right information that can help you to make better life decisions. So becoming a millionaire is not accidental, it's not incidental, it's intentional. And you need to understand exactly how to play the wealth game to position yourself to be wealthy. So you have mortgage debt cancellation, you have corporate debt reduction and cancellation. These are all strategies. As time progresses, we go more into the advanced programs. I will really talk to you about this. So you have these practical tools that you can begin to use to position yourself to master the 5-step millionaire habits. So I trust that you would have enjoyed today's program. If I didn't say this before, I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, and share. So you will be the first to get these programs that we are bringing to you on a regular basis. Okay. I also want to say this in conclusion. We have 3 companies that wants to help you master the millionaire secrets. 3 companies. The 3 companies are Global Capital Inc. We also have 10X Branding and Marketing LLC and Pitch Deck 101 LLC out of New York. And they all want to help you, the viewing public, to put yourself in a better position of strength to master millionaire habits. And because of this, we want to sponsor the first 25 persons that reach out to us to indicate an interest in elevating your life. We're going to help train you to become BFC, Business Finance Consultant. So you understand money and how money works. You understand how to sell money, and you understand the art of the sale. This is not a regular sale where you just go and you do push sale. You know, we talk about the push factors of sale, but in our program, we talk a lot about the pull factors of sale, and this is how you attract the sale. So you don't have to chase after that sale. It's going to be a beautiful program, and we're going to sponsor that program for you. And as you apply yourself with this program, you will learn what is millionaire habits and how you yourself can be positioned to become a millionaire. So I want to encourage you to reach out to us. Reach out to us now, so we can definitely work with you to ensure that you have this body of knowledge. So in 2024 and beyond, you can position yourself to embrace financial greatness. Okay. So I must say it has been a pleasure being with you. In the event that you're joining me for the first time, my name is Gary Thompson. I'm a business development consultant by profession. I'm a humanitarian by nature. I'm a private equity investor, and I'm the author of several books. Remember to like, subscribe, and share, and see you in the next broadcast.